Black man who spent 27 years in prison, became the president of South Africa right after his release. On his first day in office, the white staff in the presidential office were afraid of retaliation. They packed their belongings, ready to resign. The president immediately called a meeting with all employees when he noticed. The white staff were very worried, but to their surprise, the president greeted them in Afrikaans, the language of white South Africans. He spoke to everyone earnestly. To further alleviate the concerns of the white staff, the president even hired white people as his own bodyguards. However, the black security chief was very dissatisfied, because not long ago, these white people were plotting to harm their president. He went to the president for an explanation, but the president responded like this: "When I appear in public, the people will also see my bodyguards. You directly represent me. Racial reconciliation starts here. Tolerance will also begin here." After hearing this, the chief had no choice but to reluctantly inform the white bodyguards of the president's schedule. Although he made changes on the surface, he still could not accept the previously hostile white people. This president, who was framed by white people and imprisoned, but spoke up for white people everywhere after his release, is South Africa's first black president, Nelson Mandela, the father of South Africa. As soon as Mandela took office, he faced skepticism from all media. They believed he was not capable of leading this country in deep trouble. But Mandela quickly demonstrated his extraordinary personal charisma. Not only did he speak up for South Africa at the United Nations headquarters, he also flew to various countries to attract investment, trying to save South Africa's stagnant economy. He also actively used sports events to unite people. Despite opposition from his confidants, Mandela personally attended a rugby match to watch the South African Springboks play against the England team. When he raised his hand to wave to everyone, in addition to cheers from the stands, there were more sighs for him. The bodyguards stood around nervously, but Mandela ran to the stands to shake hands with the audience. When he was about to leave, someone threw a water bottle at him. The white bodyguard said fortunately he didn't see it, but the chief said he did see it. Nothing escapes his eyes. The Springboks lost the match that day. All the white people fell silent, but the black people stood up and cheered, because the Springboks were a symbol of the apartheid system. Black people would support any team other than the Springboks. A year later, the Rugby World Cup was about to be held in South Africa. No one was optimistic about the Springboks. Even a famous reporter reported on TV, believing that the Springboks brought shame to the country and should be disbanded immediately. At this time, the sports committee controlled by black people also took the opportunity to vote to abolish the Springboks. When Mandela found out, he immediately rushed to the sports department. The president's efforts to retain the white team left everyone present unable to understand. Mandela explained, "At present, our enemy is no longer white people. They are South Africans just like us, and white people see the Springboks as priceless. If we take away the Springboks, we will lose their support, and war will break out again." At Mandela's insistence, the Springboks were finally allowed to remain.